I'd like to introduce Robin Kilcoyne, who runs this wonderful group out in Jurupa Valley called Queen of Hearts.
Yes.
Robin, you're a veteran. Can you tell me a little bit about your military service?
Yes, I signed up in 1988 for the JAG Corps, the Army Reserve, and I've gone up to Sergeant Major, and I retired as Sergeant Major of the JAG Corps about 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
So, can you tell me how you got involved in Queen of Hearts?
Yes, actually, I started off working with just my former partner teaching therapeutic writing to children. And as we worked with children, we started getting some more adults. We started working with stroke recovery, cancer recovery, Alzheimer's, different types of things that happen to people when they are inflicted when they're adults, as well as just a lot of people tend to think that just therapy goes for the children, but they forget that the adults also need it. They do get older.
Yes, we do. And how were you able to transform that into helping veterans?
Well, back in 2008, a veteran, a Marine with traumatic brain injury, his family had asked me for if I could bring horses to his hospital, which at the time I didn't have a horse trailer, so I couldn't. And then I got activated for a short term, and while I was gone, I was thinking, you know what, why am I not specializing or working with veterans and targeting that audience? So the bell went off. I belong to an organization called PATH International, and at that time they were starting up an Equine Services for Heroes program. And with that program, I saw that they've already started it. They started the ball rolling with some of the active duty bases, and so I'm not one, since I've JAG, legal, we don't like to reinvent the wheel. So I was already a PATH center, and so I just started getting more involved with what they do. And it just made sense. We were already working with elders that have disabilities, and so working with people with back injuries, with traumatic brain injuries, with breathing issues, whatever, it all just made sense. It doesn't matter if you're a veteran or not. However, working with the veteran audience is something that, working with horses brings out something about you that puts a connection. Talking to a horse, you can tell your horses your problems just like you can tell a dog, but working with a horse there's just something different and magical about working with a horse that helps people bring up confidence, probably because it's a big, powerful animal. So someone without confidence would maybe, or needs to rediscover their confidence in their own selves and their own self-worth. Working with the horse, if they're nervous, just touching the horse and breathing and just relaxing with the horse relaxes, you relax, and it just starts being as one relaxes, they learn more, they grow more, they heal faster.
So, healing heroes through horses. And when they get on a horse, I'm assuming it's a way of calming themselves.
It is. When you sit on a horse, as you're walking, there's nothing that duplicates the human walk closer to sitting on a horse. So you have the motion going forward and back and side to side, and then there's also the three-dimensional rotation movement. As your body is walking, which if you have an impairment and you're not able to walk, then you're stifled in that. Sometimes you have back injuries or a leg injury that will make it difficult to walk. But sitting on the horse is walking for you. You have all kinds of little zappies going up and down your spine, and it works the oxytocin and get the relaxing feelings going on. If you're sitting up properly, then all that motion is helping the healing process, the blood flow, the oxygen flow, and then, like I said, just relaxing it brings the endorphins and makes one relax and feel peace. As you're sitting with the horse, as you learn to sit on the horse, and most people come to us, they expect, oh no, horseback riding, you're pounding, but they're not pounding if they're doing it right. And if you're with a qualified instructor, then they're actually teaching you how to sit, how to fix your posture, and we have people on the side that will help them if they need to with their stability. So maybe they're nervous, maybe they're tense, so then we can do some yoga breathing to help you relax, to start breathing with the horse. And I can tell that the client is relaxed by watching the horse. If the horse drops its head and does that kind of number, then the person on top is probably relaxing down too. Sometimes the horse helps the person on top relax by doing that. And so as the whole motion is working, then again, that's where a healing process comes on. At Queen of Hearts, because we found it so important for the adults and for the veterans that are not able to walk. I see veterans that are in wheelchairs. Oh no, I'll never be able to walk, all that kind of stuff. Like, we have a lift. Because they're going, you're not going to be able to put me on. You're 5'1", you can't put me on a horse. Well, we have a ramp, then we have a lift now, so you can go from the wheelchair, pick them up, and put them on a horse. And if they don't have upper body stability, we have a saddle. That is almost like sitting in an armchair, so you're sitting up, and it will help hold their body into the proper position until they gain the strength and the balance and the confidence to do it themselves.
Now, you're based in Jurupa Valley?
Yes.
Okay. And for our audience who may not know where that is, can you tell us where that is?
Yes, we're about 15 minutes south off the 15 freeway, 15 minutes south of Ontario Airport.
Okay, very good. How many horses?
Right now we only have 6.
And how many people can you accommodate at one time?
No more than 3. We have a small arena, our property is small, and we want to have the control of the people that we're on, keeping everybody safe, making sure the volunteers are trained and everybody's safe. As much as our horses have been doing the work, sometimes it depends on what the person. If we don't have enough volunteers, then it's 3 to 4 volunteers per one person on the horse. And we want to make sure that it is all a peaceful, safe environment to be on. And the people that work in our veterans program, which is different than our mainstream adaptable program or disabilities program, is that they're veterans helping veterans. So they don't get inappropriate questions about people who want to know what happened at the war. I mean, if someone's coming in from Vietnam and this is finally, they found some peace after all these years, the last thing they want to do is talk to some kid about the war. But they have no problem talking to a young soldier about their experience in the war.
Because that's their commonality.
Yeah, you have the camaraderie, the bond of
Right.
working with another veteran. And sometimes if a veteran is a lot more comfortable relaxing and letting down their guard, and there's something about that endorphin and that relaxing, sometimes they do let out feelings that they're not used to letting out, especially in public. And another vet won't sit there and knock them down for it. They get it. And sometimes you just have nothing to say. It's like, we get it. Well, let's charge on. Go ahead. It's cool. Let it go. It just works. They don't have the uncomfortableness of, if I combine them, say, with somebody with autism, because it works great with people with autism. That person with autism would then take away from that veteran's experience. And then if the veteran's going through something, that would upset the person with autism. And so that just kind of would be, to me, a recipe for failure.
Yes, and the idea is matching them.
Yes, we
That's
match our clients
right.
with clients.
Very good, very
Yeah.
good. Are you open every single day?
No, we are open Monday through Saturday. We believe in the Chick-fil-A philosophy of leave Sunday open for God and family.
So, Robin, how many veterans have gone through the program?
Unofficially, and I hesitate to give a number because we have a lot of people that have helped us out unofficially. But since I came back from active duty and we started bringing in the veterans, which was just a couple of years ago, and we didn't count them. We have recently, because we are a PATH International Premier Accredited Center, we are able to bring in veterans from the Wounded Warrior Project.
Oh, very good.
That is the only way we're getting paid right now. I have not ever charged for a veteran, and that has been able to help sustain the program and help me bring in an additional instructor. Otherwise, we are all volunteers, even me. I've been doing it for 15 years, and I still don't get a paycheck. But working with the veterans themselves, our first cycle of Wounded Warrior Project, I think, ended up with 10 people coming through for 10 weeks because they'll pay for a 10-week program, 1 hour a week.
That's excellent.
We're going to start putting together some family reintegration programs, half-day programs, different events like that for our veterans. And we have had veterans, they will go away, they come back, they've come in just to say hi to their horse, or they just need some peace or whatever. We've had them come in and out. So it sounds like we haven't worked with a lot because we only did one official session, but we've been working with them for 3 years.
Can you give us a phone number where if someone is interested in contacting you,
Of course.
they can?
Yes, 951-734-6300.
Thank you so much for what you're
Thank you.
doing
My pleasure. Thank you.
for the children, but also especially for our veterans.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.